What's going on, guys? This is Batboy, and today we're going to be looking at some of my past series and coming up with some new theories for what's going to happen in Fortnite. So, at the end of last chapter, I predicted many things about the future of Fortnite, especially during what was going to happen in the live event. Now, some of these things were right, and some of them were not so. And if you look here, you see Return of Midas with the current season that I'm in recording me. It is barely the start of Chapter 4, Season 4, Last Resort. So we have some Midas stuff, but not fully confirmed yet, so that one's kind of a 0.5 true. We did get a new island. Scientists didn't return all chapters, surprisingly. We didn't get an Amy skin because they just noped out of reality and betrayed us, stabbed us in the back, and probably turned corrupt. And yeah, it's going to be fun. Time travel. Ooh, sorry, I just came up with the theory. Time travel, yes, we did get that because the Oathbound was the earliest form of IO from some developer thing that they said. But also, in the current season, they just added a time travel device that Cat O'Thorne's using to get Midas-related relics. So we got the Return of Sloane that happened last season, Chapter 4, Season 3, Wild, which was, a fun little thing. She left IO by the sounds of it, but, she's still sus in my book. New shotgun, yeah, we got one. We usually always do. So the island was not set on fire, though, like I predicted. We did get a new icon series. We got several, including this season. But that was Mr. Beast for this one. So that was the first one they announced. Ice King did not come back. Return of the Cube Queen, no. John Jones did not become the legend official. Still waiting for that. 0 Point did fracture. That's the name entailed. Other IO leaders did not get really explained or described. Herald versus Cube Queen, sadly, it did not happen. That was one of my outlandish ones. The ones on the far right were usually my crazy ones. But literally one of them hit, so I'm just saying. And I don't actually have any bingos on this board, which is sad. Return of Paradigm, awesome. Geno, great. Chrome isn't fully defeated, technically true. It's been disabled and it's not duplicating, but we've still seen some of it, in this event. There were still some Chrome objects, but it just wasn't spreading. Midas is not behind the Peace Syndicate, at least from what we can tell. Downtime playable, no, it was not. The missing 7 members returned. They haven't yet. There was a new vehicle, which motorcycles, was crazy. Betrayal by Bites. Nothing was ever talked about that. Southwest map location, that was where I thought this was going to take place, in the desert. No, it didn't. It took place at the reality tree, so I was wrong. And the last reality is from the future. That one was it's not been fully said or not said, but maybe. But anyways, we're gonna move on to some predictions for Chapter 5. I've been working on a whole new card, and so we have new shotgun, Return of the Evil 7. I think they'll finally return, and I think they're going to be evil because the place makes everything evil. John Jones becomes the legend, officially, please, epic. The whole storyline is one big time loop. This is one of my big out there ones, because, I think it would be fun by the time we finish all the Fortnite story that we'll get to. Back to Chapter 1. I don't know if this is going to even be remotely touched on here, but just wanted to put it out there early. One live event. I think there will only be one official Chapter 5 live event. So, yeah. Anime collab, FNAF collab, yeah. IO Rise to Power. I think we can see maybe some of them coming back, because we got some early, but then nothing from that, so I think we're going to see them come back. Emperor from Star Wars collab, anyone? I think they're gonna add in. This is a fun one. I think they're gonna add in one new feature, and it's gonna be a good feature, and then it's immediately gonna be disabled, and in less than a week. It happened with sand tunneling in Chapter 2, and a couple good features just love to get removed fairly quickly, like boomerangs last season and Wild. Sloan will save us. I feel like maybe we'll get a Sloan redemption arc at some point. First person mode, I mean, they teased that getting a chapter 4, never really came, so maybe it'll come out between now and end of chapter 5. New game mode, they teased some like RPG style survivor thing that maybe that can come out at some point. By teased, I mean it was leaked, so maybe. Return of the Cube Queen, I think maybe that could happen. Cube Queen really didn't do too much when she was here. She was destroyed by water, and there was this whole thing in chapter 3 where they were ever present but not really there, which so maybe they come back. Other IO leaders, maybe we can finally get into who the IO is really made up of, because we know there's Sloan and there's Geno, but then we have like all the other symbols around the IO like logo, and so I wonder who those other people are. I think we'll see at least one of those other ones. Nolan Chance, who's a new guy who was introduced in this season, chapter 4, season 4. I think he's gonna betray us at some point. It's just, he feels like the type of guy who would do that. Return to the in-between, I feel like at some point we need to go back there. We haven't been there in a really long time, so I think it'd be a good time to explore that, maybe describe it at all more than they have. Let's see, 7 are actually become less reality because time logic. Yeah, that one's pretty much self-explanatory. This goes along with the return of the evil 7, but I also think they'll be part of the last reality-ish, and maybe some time stuff would be in play with that. New instant win mythic. We've had several. We had the Kame Kame in chapter 3. We had the Deku Smash in chapter 4, season 1. We had, there was another one just recently, like the Hollow Purple and stuff. That one wasn't an instant win, but like there's some of these just instant win mythics that I think there's going to be at least one more that they're going to give us next time. I think we're going to get some Marvel mythic, maybe either return of some or some new ones. That could be fun. I really want the return of Spy Games. It was my favorite LTM that they had during chapter 2, season 2. It's the first thing I really played on Fortnite a lot. New map, easy win. On that one, I think it's self-explanatory. I think they're going to also add at some point a new storm pattern, and I think we're going to get that, a new storm pattern that can move it in a different way. I mean, there was rumors of like, what if they did 2 storm circles and then they had to combine at the end? Like, that could be cool. New exotic weapons. I think they can add something new, some new exotic weapons. Specifically, they're going to add tons of normal weapons, but I'm thinking they can add something else cool. Anywhere from 3 to 5 of those. And for the last one, I think we're going to find out for sure that kinetic ore makes the cubes. Yeah, and I think that's going to get confirmed. One other theory I don't have room for here. Like, we could have 7, they turn evil, but also I feel like there's some relation between IO 7 and the last reality that's weird with some sort of time logic. So I feel like we might get something with that, because I mean, the Oathbound had the kinetic ore first. Maybe the IO becomes the last reality. One of my big outlandish theories from a while back was, what if like everyone who's playing right now and all the good guys eventually become the last reality and trying to prevent some disaster that we ourselves are going to cause in the future. I think that could be a cool idea. But anyways, that's going to be it for this video. Put your theories in the comments below of what you predict is going to happen. I mean, this video is going to come out partway through the start of chapter 5, so, well, supposedly. So let's see what's going to happen, and thank you guys so much for watching. See you in another one. Bye.